I'm telling you.
Doctor's office.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to speak to somebody about warts.
Go ahead.
I have warts all over my ass and genitalia, and I want to have them removed. I got warts in my everywhere. They're awful, and they're silly looking. Thank you. Can we have these taken out?
You have to make an appointment.
How does he do this now? How does he go about this?
He cuts them off.
He cuts them out? I mean, because they're in there pretty deep. Would he use a shoe to go in there, like boot me in the ass or something? Hello?
Yes.
Could you please tell me how he does it?
He cuts them off. Use a knife and cut them off.
Are you? Oh my God! Would he slip with that knife and hit me somewhere else?
No.
Oh boy, he sounds very scary to me. Don't they burn them out using like hot pokers or something like that? Don't they burn them away?
Times, yeah.
Oh, so he wouldn't burn them in my ass because that would probably seal me up for good, right?
I guess so.
I can't have that. So, is he there? Let me speak to him.
He's with a patient right now.
Oh God, is he burning him up?
Do you want me to have him call you?
Make him call me right away. My ass is like all knobby with all these warts. I got warts all over in my ass.
What's your name?
I always rub them and they would never fall off.
What's your name?
My name is Saul Rosenberg. Hello?
Hold on.
Please. Oh.
What's your number?
Oh.
What's your telephone number?
Oh, it's 212 4590, please.
What?
4590, thank you.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the air. This is a very special episode. And it's special because somebody didn't show and somebody did. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to bring to you one of my best buddies in the whole world, Mr. Jimmy Nolen. Say hello, Jimmy.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Ooh, sexy voice. And with me, as always, my partner in crime.
That'd be Dirty D.
And we also have Mark the Animal Grossman in the house. And later on, maybe later on, a little surprise for the fans.
Ooh.
Something they was, we did a segment a couple weeks ago called Rumor or Humor.
That's right.
Maybe the rumor might be true.
Could be. A lot of things floating around. We're going to try to bring that into perspective on this show. If not this one, maybe one down the road. Who cares?
But I do know one. And if we don't have a rumor, we'll make one up.
That's right. If you heard it here, it's probably not true.
But I do know one rumor that's not a rumor anymore. And let me bring this up. Mr. Richie Sambora.
That's right.
Fired from Bon Jovi.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
Fired. Canned.
Let's do I'm going to say a prayer.
Got his pink
Please.
slip.
Shot through the heart. He was to blame. He gave love. He gave love a bad name. He played his part.
That's right.
And somebody played their game.
Hallelujah, John Bond.
Tell it. No, that's sad, man, because that was one of the bands I grew up on. And Jimmy knows we played that stuff forever, right?
Oh, yeah. Ever and a day, man. It was great.
Some of us are still playing it forever and a
Yeah,
day.
some of us are.
Mark looks like he's having a stroke over there.
Well, you know, he does have his hand in his pocket over here. I don't know what's
Is
going
it going
on.
jing-a-ling-a-ling?
He's playing pocket pool.
Yeah. I sweat like an ice sculpture.
I sweat like
You got the
a
what?
church.
He said he sweats like an ice sculpture.
Ice sculpture.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
Put your teeth back in, Jimmy.
So
sorry.
how many bands is Richie Sambora going to start his own Bon Jovi? Like, you know, you got two Great Whites.
Yeah, and you got Queensryche.
Two Queensryches, two Fair Warnings.
Well, are we going to hear? But is it? Maybe it'll just be simply Sambora.
Or Sambuca.
What was the
Sambuca.
solo album he did years ago? Remember
Richie?
that one?
Stranger in Town? Or
Maybe that's what
In
it
a
would call it.
Strange-
Strangers in my pants, taking chances. Was that it?
See what I got to
Yeah,
deal with?
yeah.
Now he's
Maybe that's what he'll call his new band.
Oh, I don't know.
Strangers in my pants.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Here's what I see happening. I say they'll probably be about 6 months from now. John Bon Jovi will realize he's screwed up and he'll bring him back.
Yeah, when he's got to pay the mortgage.
Yeah. Which I don't know. They got a guy playing for him now who's been with them for like 6 months. and he does the Richie parts and the vocals, guitar,
Oh, wow.
everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Phil X or something. I don't know who he
X?
is. But that's his name. That's his stage name.
Oh.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to go into the store and I'd pick it up. I was like, "What's with this Malcolm 10? What is going on with that?"
Well, you
That had no significance. I just thought I'd throw it in.
car crash.
Oh, there's
No,
plenty of
fine,
those.
fine. But this guy is supposed to be some kind of virtuoso
Right.
in the vein of
Ingve.
Yngwie, Dave Baker,
Right.
that kind of
Whoa.
thing. And
Jimmy
Here it is.
Henson.
over money issues, they're
Yeah.
saying.
What? What kind of money?
They're saying Richie Sambora, what I heard this morning was that he was making $2 million a year just off the songs they already wrote.
Right.
And he was making $100,000 a month playing with the band, like
Mm.
playing out, which don't sound like a lot, really. So I guess, well, I mean, to me or Dave.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've made $100,000 since I've been working. To be honest with you, I've been selling drugs. But yeah, they got a guy named Phil X, Xenidis. How you say Zetas? I don't know. Sounds like what this black guy I know calls a clitoris, a cletus.
Oh, hey.
Sounds like
Cletus.
cletus, Zetas.
Looks like according to Fox News, it says Richie Sambora fired from Bon Jovi over tour money issues.
See? I told you. See, I know
Sounds
shit.
like Richie Sambora living on a prayer and not much else for the foreseeable future, according to a report from
Well, I'm
Rumor
sure $2
Fix.
million he'll be able to make it the rest of his life.
He was canned from
Yeah,
Bon
I don't know
Jovi
what we're
tour
gonna- he
and
won't be at the
replaced
Family Dollar.
on lead guitar by Phil X.
Like
Why?
me.
It's all about the Benjamins. Lots and lots of them. Apparently, Sambora, who has been in the band for 30 years, makes $2 million, as Brian pointed out,
Thank you.
a month, plus 20% of the profits while on tour.
I think we have Phil Robertson from the Duck Dynasty calling.
Yeah, I believe we do.
Happy.
What is that? Your love calling? Who is that?
Not sure.
Is that 1-800 jerk off? Is that what it is?
I think it is.
Axel Nobel.
It probably is actually.
So
Ahmed Coffee.
You got to get it in the throat. You know about getting it in the throat. Come on, try it again.
I was telling the guy
I thought he was going to say this show is going on.
this show's going off the rails. I was talking to the guys before we went
Expect anything less.
on the air, man, about how I had to take my son to get registered for school for
Oh,
6th
yeah.
grade, and how
How's that make you feel?
old as hell. Plus,
Wow.
6th grade, though. That's
well,
not-
yeah, he's following in his dad's footsteps.
Yeah, he is.
That was the
Jimmy
hardest.
just asked me to get closer.
That was the hardest 10 years of my
Trying
life.
to get Mark to get in here a little closer with
You
you.
guys,
Say hello, Mark.
are you guys backup singers over there sharing the mic?
That's right.
Yes.
And it seems like I hear another voice in the background, but we'll get to that here in one second.
Yes, we will. Surprise guest.
Yeah, a secret guest, if you will.
Yes.
Could it
Ooh.
be?
Oh wait, I got to get something queued up. That reminds me.
Secret date or whatever it was.
So, Jimmy, how long have me and you known each other?
I would say since 1992. I think when you first moved up here is when we met.
91 or 92?
There was a young man by the name of Clay Morris.
Clay Mandu.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Who
He invented the Claymore.
he did. He did.
He did.
Actually.
Did you say gay? Did you realize you said gay more? I don't think.
No, he can't be gay more.
No,
And,
he's three-way Clay.
Not no more anyway.
Gay more gay.
That's right.
You're gonna cut this part out.
The views of Mark
Ew.
Grossman are not necessarily the views of
Hell. Not necessarily of the people on that side of the table.
Remember, this is only a test.
Had this been a real emergency,
Had this been a real show, there would be entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what do you want for nothing?
And qualified host.
That's right. What do you want for hardly any sponsorship
But
at
yeah, I remember when I first moved out here.
all? And he says I go off on tangent.
No, this ties in.
Okay.
Shiny thing.
Well, anyway, I had been singing karaoke at the bowling alley in High Point, and
Which one?
oh god, the one all the way down there near Office Depot. What's
Right,
that
right.
name?
Stop whining.
And so everybody said, "Man, why don't you get a band?" I didn't know anybody out here, so I saw an ad in the paper.
Right.
And the first guy I talked to was Jimmy. I called him up, and he said I had to audition for his band.
Yep.
So I went in there, and and he had two. No, you had one chick singing, and her sister.
No, we had
was-
two
Yeah.
two girls singing.
And they wanted me to come in, and the only time I ever been fired from a gig is because Jimmy Nolen gave me cue cards, and 2 weeks later after I met
Cards. He gave you cue
we went and
cards.
played a shitty bar out in the middle of nowhere, a country bar, remember?
Yes, I do.
And we were
Yeah.
doing Wild Thing and all this other stuff, and the lady
Which we
fired
still
me.
are doing.
Well, 30 years ago, 30 years later,
We're still doing it.
lo and behold,
Hey, you find something good, you stick with it.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
That's right.
Do you remember the name of that club?
the grab and stab 'em.
No. It was called the Backyard Lounge.
Okay.
And he remembers
The
that.
back door lounge. I used to spend some time up there.
And
They
you
gave
were
you
with who?
they gave you a rope with soap on the end when you came in the front door.
Yes,
And then
yes.
somebody when you're coming in the back door, that's a completely different story.
Well, yeah. What can you say?
Stop being such a pussy.
Oh my Lord! But we went down there and played, and we had two girl singers, and we had Brian, and we were
Three girl singers.
That's right.
and we were into
That was
like
pre-op.
And they were all going through the change. They were all having PMS.
at the same time. We were in about our fourth song in the first set, and Brian came over to me, and he had just bought like a $50 shirt to wear that night.
Not anymore.
And I said,
$750.
I said, come here, man, because there's all these girls up front. You know, they were like oohing and ahhing over Brian. So
As
ripped,
usual.
I ripped his front, the shirt.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He got pissed off. He's like, dude, I paid $50 for this shirt. What the hell are you doing?
Well, we made like $5. So
Yeah.
it worked out.
And then they asked us to leave right after that song.
Yeah.
They said, pack your shit and get out of the club.
Wow. So you were banned.
Yes.
So that was the beginning of your band career, Brian.
Yes, we were banned from the club.
I bet he doesn't know this though. I had gotten married when I was in the Marine Corps, and
Right.
I married my high school sweetheart.
Right.
And we were getting ready to we were going to separate. So she came home when I got out of the service. She was in the Army. She joined right when I got out to save our marriage, which makes no sense.
What the fuck did I do wrong?
Yeah, exactly. So she comes home on a bus and meets me in Winston-Salem and wanted me to spend the night with her. And I went and played music with Jimmy Nolen. Needless to say, I never saw her except for the day we got divorced. And
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry,
that
man.
was the end of it, yeah.
I'm
Because
so
I
sorry.
chose Jimmy.
Oh, Lord.
And he's not even that pretty.
Well,
All because you ripped his shirt.
Yeah.
but he could take it all the way. Well,
Did he-
never mind.
Well,
What did he rip anything else of him?
no.
Okay.
No, but yeah, that,
For almost 12
that-
minutes.
Oh, shut
Wow,
up.
that's pretty sad. That brought the show to a halt.
I'm the party pooper.
But anyway, after that, Jimmy,
Yeah.
I moved back
To West Virginia.
for 8 months, and
Yep.
then when I came back, we got together again, right?
Right, and we formed a new band.
Yeah.
It was
Check
called
this name out.
It was called Boys Night Out.
Ooh.
If this ain't a gay name,
Yeah. Which would have
Played
been
only gay bars.
which eventually became was it NSYNC or was it Backstreet Boys?
Backdoor Boys.
Backdoor Boys, yeah.
I think it was Moron 5.
We actually had a drummer who will remain nameless,
Okay.
but who wouldn't let me talk in between songs, and he wouldn't let me do, you know how I like to change
I've heard
my
this
voice
story.
Yeah.
and sound like other singers. He wouldn't let me
Right.
do that. And then me and Jimmy pretty much built the practice building because every bit of money we made,
We put into
back into the
Yeah.
band and built him a building, which after I quit, I didn't get a dime. Jimmy didn't get a
No.
dime.
Yeah.
They went on to pretty much do nothing after we left. But
Yeah. Yeah. I think
only band I ever quit was that band. The
Yeah.
only one in since I was 14 years
Well,
old.
there's only been two, right?
I've been in Fair
That one and
Warning,
Fair Warning.
well, Brian came in and he announced he was leaving the band, and I chose to stay, and I stayed for about 2 weeks, and I left the band, and then I met up with an old friend, a guy named Wayne King. We all used to call him Uncle Moose. He was kind of well known in this area.
Big old guy that wore bibbed overalls. And
yeah, but he was
great
funny.
front man.
Yeah,
though.
he was funny as hell on stage. Not much of a singer, but
Tell
he
him
could.
about what he did that one time. We went and saw him and.
Oh, he did the dying cockroach.
No, well, he used to lay on his back. He's a big guy, about 300 pounds, and
Yeah.
he would lay and do the dying cockroach with kick his legs.
Yeah.
Up. But one night, I think I was watching you guys, and he went in the bathroom during a song and pissed with the wireless mic.
He did.
Oh, yeah. And you could hear. And then he just came out and walked right back on the stage. They were still playing.
Yeah.
I did that at Writers one time. I had to go real bad. And we were halfway through the set, and I was like, I can't wait. And
Our
luckily, it
bass
was
player about shit on himself one night down at John's Tavern, but that's
Which one?
I can't mention.
Oh, okay.
He was absolutely delicious.
Oh.
I'm gonna barbecue your assy molasses!
But
You son of a bitch.
he's talking to me.
Oh.
But yeah, that was pretty. But yeah, you got with the Moose, and then
I got with Moose, and we were playing out. We were doing clubs and stuff, and which, to my surprise, because we really sucked. We were really terrible.
that was you, Clay Mandu.
That was me,
Moose.
Clay, Moose, and we had this drummer. I can't even remember the guy's name. He was a good drummer, but he was like really short.
Oh,
Like,
you played with a lot of guys too, man.
Dude.
You know everybody around here.
yeah, I've been playing.
You and Jimmy Henson's like y'all know everybody that's ever picked up an instrument.
Pretty much. Well, it's funny. It's because when we get to our surprise later on, you'll find out that the surprise and me have a over 20-year connection to each other.
Okay, you had been banging the same chick.
Well,
That makes you Eskimo brothers. You know that? That's what they call it.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, if like say Dave banged this heavy set chick and then
Yeah.
I came along and banged her too, that makes us Eskimo brothers.
I did not.
That's just what they call it for some reason. And
See, this shows
Just
so
don't
great
kiss
'cause
her.
You learn.
don't kiss her in the mouth.
now you tell me.
There's a story behind that we'll have to tell you when we're off air.
Yeah,
But,
Dave didn't tell me that. Oh, never mind.
So anyway, I was playing with Moose, and we were called the Rough Boys.
The Rough Boys.
That's
Y'all
what
used
we
to
were
do
called.
a killer version of that song too, man.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And like I said, Moose was a great entertainer.
You like names of bands with boys.
It's some
He likes the
boy
boys.
thing. I don't know what
Hot
it is.
Boys,
Hot boys,
Naked Boys,
naked boys.
Yeah.
Shirtless Boys.
Yeah, when he heard about the group that was
By
called
the way, that's
Boys
the
to
name of our
Men,
new band.
when he heard about the group that was called Boys to Men, he thought that was a delivery service.
Hey, at the end of that, he said, "Yes, I will."
This is I'll take two, thank
I'll
you.
take two.
So,
But so what was going on then?
okay,
With the
so
Moose?
yeah, we were playing.
That was called an awkward silence there for a second.
Sorry,
That was called the.
Oh,
Somebody farted.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought I smelled something. So we were playing, and then Brian called me, and he said, I have this bass player and this drummer you absolutely got to hear. And I was like, yeah, man, cool. I'll come down and jam. So we went down to Crawford Paint Center in Greensboro, and the drummer actually rented a room over there.
Mm-hmm.
And the drummer's name was Mike Watson.
Yes.
And the bass player's name was Philip Brown. And we started playing together. I mean, the four of us. And it was just, I thought the drummer was one of the best I'd ever heard in my life at that time.
Awesome.
Well, we'll get into that more when we get back. Right now, we're going to have to take a break, take a pause for the calls, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, this is the Dirty Overhaul Rock Show.